Well, hi everybody. My name is Paul Martyn-West. I'm a professional tenor and singing teacher in South East London, and this is my YouTube channel called Reflections on Beautiful Singing, where I discuss various aspects of singing, both ancient and modern. And the title actually reflects my interest in some of the singing teachers of the 1700s, and Mancini's book Practical Reflections on the Figurative Art of Singing, written in 1774. Sounds very serious, but he had some really good things to say. So today I just want to talk a little bit about the ideal use of the body in singing, the way we might stand, and the use of our faces to show mood and emotion. Vincenzo Manfredini, another singing teacher of the 1700s, said the ideal posture for singing was a noble posture, which I take to be a tall, upright, graceful but flexible position. And so we're not talking about a very rigid military stance, but we're seeking a flexibly aligned body. And we should also remember that Jean-Philippe Rameau said about the body that we should make certain that all parts of the body are without tension, for in no other way can the voice be kept flexible and produce its most beautiful sounds and sentiments necessary for perfect and natural performance. If a singer possesses complete freedom of action, then nature can work through him. So I think that's so beautifully put. I often talk to my students about green garden hoses. They could be red, they could be yellow, but in my terminology they are green, probably because they are part of the garden. But when you have a green garden hose and you've got lots of kinks in that garden hose, the water, as we know, doesn't flow out terribly well. And so when we remove those kinks and the green garden hose is beautifully aligned, then the water can flow out much more easily. And I would say that was the same with the body. Every so often it's a good idea to have a look at our stance in a mirror and also perhaps get it checked out with our singing teacher, who will be able to correct anything which is slightly out. Although I must say that we all suffer from imperfections of stance. And of course we live in a world which is full of stress. We hunch ourselves over keyboards and computer screens. We are affected by various things in our lives which keeps tension in our bodies. And so one way of helping that situation is to do some gentle body rolls. We can, of course, move our head from side to side, backwards and forwards, and slightly around like this. We can take rolls into our shoulders. We can utilize our arms in a windmill fashion. We can swing our arms and at the same time bounce on our knees. And all these things will tend to free up the body, which is always a good thing. When we sing, we want to keep a fairly still but flexible position. And often when I'm teaching pupils, I ask them to actually sing their exercises while at the same time casting their arms right and left, so to keeping flexibility in their stance. The mouth of a singer should be moderately opened so that there is a clarity and a freedom in articulating the various vowels and consonants. If the mouth is too close together, which is often the case with many singers who sing in choirs, then the sound will tend to be shut in the mouth or else come through the nose. If the mouth is too open, then everything at the back of the throat gets very, very tight. So we want something which is very, a moderate opening of the voice, which is very comfortable. And again, a knowledgeable singing teacher will be able to help with the position of the mouth. And I would like to talk a little bit about that in some depth later on. And the early teachers, especially Tozy, talked about cultivating our faces to show mood and emotion. Many people just sing a song in a very, very straight way. Within the woodlands flowery gladed, by the oak tree's mossy moot. Whereas what we want to do is to use our faces to show to portray the poetry within the song. Within the woodlands flowery gladed, by the oak tree's mossy moot, the shining grass blades timber shaded now do quiver underfoot, and birds do whistle overhead, and water's bubbling in its bed, and therefore me the apple tree do lean down low in linden lee. Something like that. I haven't warmed up today, should have done that. But when we show mood and emotion, what we're looking for is we're looking to point out with our faces and our eyes the various things in a song, but we're also looking to show the emotion of a song, like love, or this is beautiful, or I really hate this. So just when you sing your songs, look into a mirror and just make sure that your face is not fixed in some type of solid gaze. See if you can actually portray mood and emotion through your singing. And finally, I would like to tell you that Johann Mattheson, who was a German singing teacher, again in 1700s, had some wise words to say about what one would need to do if you were sitting to sing, like many choir singers. And he suggested that if we were sitting, we should sit like a coachman on a box. I think that's a beautiful way of thinking about it. Sitting down, one should sit like a coachman on a box. If we sit like a coachman on a box, we're sitting upright, and we can have our music in front of us at an angle where we can look over the top of that music to have a look at the conductor, which is always a really good idea. So if you have enjoyed this YouTube video clip, my name is Paul Martyn-West, Martyn. You can find my details on the Association of Teachers website in Britain. And I also have a LinkedIn page and a Facebook page. And you can get in contact with me that way. And I am giving lessons personally and through Zoom, Skype, FaceTime. So if you'd like to get in contact with, if you'd like to have lessons, please feel free. And enjoy your singing.